Issam Ikermawi from BBC's Arabic service. And first of all, what do you make of the ceasefire? Is it likely to hold?
It's holding in certain parts of the country, but there have been reports there's still fighting in other parts. For instance, in Taz, there's been fighting in the outskirts of the city. This city has been at the receiving end of some air raids, and there are reports of actually air raids, fresh air raids and casualties. So it is partially holding.
What sort of conditions are those who are in the besieged cities suffering?
The fighting has been going on for 20 months now. Over 10,000 people have been killed. Almost 3 million people have been displaced throughout Yemen. So there's a humanitarian crisis, there is malnutrition and even starvation in certain parts of the country where the rebels have besieged certain towns and villages. So the United Nations have warned of an impending humanitarian crisis.
And the presence of Al-Qaeda, as we saw from that map, in some areas as well, how much more difficult does that make the situation?
Well, it is difficult because Al-Qaeda is taking advantage of the vacuum of power and the fighting between the various parties to dig in certain parts. Now, the Houthis claim that they're fighting Al-Qaeda as well as fighting the Hadi supporters. So the situation on the ground is very complex.
How important is it, particularly for the rest of the world, that the situation in Yemen is sorted out?
I mean, you're talking about a humanitarian crisis, you're talking about a high number of casualties, a country that has been unstable. You've got Somalia on the other side of the Red Sea, you've got all the trouble in Syria and Iraq, so Libya. So it is a concern, it's a major concern, because when you have vacuum, then all sorts of groups manage to get in. And I think this is what is probably compelling the Saudis to try and find a solution to this war.
Okay, Issam, thank you.